Let's see how to perform a for or a while loop. Let's say I have a variable which or a list which have like some subjects names been defined. For example, math, science, Hindi, history. If I want to find out, let's say, the length of each string in this list, I can use like length of subject 0, which is going to return me the length of maths. Similarly, length of subject 1, which is going to return me the length of science. Similarly for Hindi and history. So this is the way I will be able to output my length of particular string. Now imagine if this list was not just 4 characters, but it have, let's say, thousands of strings like this. In that case, will you keep on doing this? Will you keep on saying that, okay, I want to do a print of all these values? Not possible. So in that case, you need to write a loop. You need to kind of automate that process by writing a loop, by stating that, okay, run this maybe 10 times, run this maybe 100 times, right? So that way you need not again and again write the code for it. It is going to be an automated process where you are controlling that how many times you want to run that particular part of the code. So that is what you can do with the for loop or while loop. So let's see how you can perform the same thing. So let's say if I have subject, just to show you that this works, you can see here that we got the length of being everything defined. Now the same thing how to perform in a for loop. So how to perform there. Again, we need to follow the same convention of my block indentation. So do not forget that. So I will say for I in range of 4. Now what is this range? Range means the value till 4. Like I have, if I say range of 4, it means 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Like that. Now it means that keep on assigning the value of I from 1 to 4 and keep on running this part of the code, 4 times, means because first I will take 1, then 2, then 3 and then 4. So let's execute and see like we are getting the same output or not. So you can see that we are exactly getting the same output because this loop is going to run 4 times, and that's the reason. See, here I was earlier keeping like 0, then 1, then 2 and then 3. But here we are not doing that. Here instead of that we are going to say I. So I, when I say range also, it's not going to keep like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's actually going to take like 0, 1, 2, 3. So that's the reason I will take the value of basically 0, then 1, then 2, then 3. So it is going to run 4 times and it is going to basically execute and give me this output. So this is how we got this. Now in this loop itself, like when I said like I want to run from 0 to 4, that's one thing, like 0 to 3. Same way I can even say that no, I want to run it from 1 to 10 or maybe 2 to 5 or maybe 3 to 7. Like maybe I want to control my index. I can do it by stating 1 comma 10, means this is basically tells me that what should be my starting index and what should be my ending index. Then what is this 3 doing here? Let's execute and see this output. So when I said that, and notice I'm just saying print of I, means whatever the value of I is being taken up, it's gonna print it up. So what does this 3 means? Do you remember at one place we have also discussed about 1, 2 colons 2, and I told you when there are 2 colons it means how many number of times you want to skip and get a next output. Similar way here this number 3 represent the skipping part, that how many values you want to skip. So it means that every third character take it up. So like if I take the range, so in range like I will have values like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, let's say, right? So it is going to start with value here. So let's say I'm going to start with this one, and also there will be 0. So this is going to start, let's say, with the value 1 because this is starting with index 1, and this is going to mean that every third character, so skip this one, this third character, so take this one, skip this one, skip this one, take this one, like this, right? And after that anyway it's going to be over. So that's the reason you got 1, 4 and 7. Okay, so this is how you get this output. Now let's see one more example to perform some sort of interesting thing. In this particular example, I want to print star in a good fashion. Let me show you what exactly I want to do. So maybe I want to print something like this star. It's looking like a tilted triangle, right? If you look at it, It's basically like a tilted triangle. So if I just tilt it up maybe to some degree, it will become a triangle. So let's say this is what I want to print. So here what I want to do, I want to run this basically from 0 to 9. Okay, that means 10 times. You can notice that I am putting this many number of rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? Because it's going to run from actually 0 to 8. Right? So that's what it's going to do. So here what I'm saying that if my value of I is less than 5, so in that case, keep on printing this star. Okay, so I'm just and basically every time when I'm doing it, initially the string 1 is nothing, but every time in every loop, I just want to increase this star. So first time this loop will run, it will have only 1 star. Okay, next time when it will run, it will have 2 star. Next third time it will run, it will have 3 star. Fourth time it will have 4 star. But remember, I will only run it till 4 times. Okay? So till here. Then after that, start reducing the stars. So start coming back. That's what is the next thing what we are doing here. So now we will start coming back. So we gonna say that okay, we will start looking from -2, means from here this is -1, this is -2. So start printing it from here to here, and every time keep on bringing it down. So that's the reason it is now coming to this side. So this part of the code will take care of it. That's the reason we are able to do it. And remember, we are again using this for loop and if loop together in this example. So that's the way you can even kind of create such sort of interesting structures. Let's see a few more examples. Let's say I have taken up a string called as hello from TecLov. Okay, so this is one of the string which we have taken up. And here what I'm doing, I'm using an enumerate. Enumerate is going to assign the values like some numeric value to it, and each word which is belonging to, like hello will be one word, from will be one word, TecLov will be one word. Let's execute and see this output. It will become more clear. See this. So what this enumerate is doing, it is returning like for each character of these words now. Like I just told you, hello is one word, from is one word, and TecLov is one word. So in this, basically for each character itself, it is going to assign the basically a numeric value to it, like 0 to h, e, 1 to this, 1 this, l to this, and so on. Right? So you can see this part how it is kind of splitting up. So what it do, it's basically going to assign the values like this. Like to n, it is going to keep on assigning like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In alphabet, it's going to keep on assigning h, e, l, l, o like this. So that's the reason you are printing alphabet comma n. So it's printing first the alphabet and basically corresponding numeric value what it have written. So this is how you can also enumerate on particular value. Now moving ahead, let's see the while loop. While loop also do the same thing like for loop. There's no difference as such. Only difference is the syntax way. So here also you can have a control and you can see that how many times you want to run. It's completely your choice to go with either a for loop or a while loop. Let me show you one example so that things becomes more clear. So let's say in this example, I want to check whether my value number which I'm printing up is a prime number or not. So let me first execute this that to show you what this is going to do. Let's say, because here you can see that I'm using input keyword. So that's the reason it is asking me to input. Let's say if I say 3 and execute it. So it's telling me that 3 is a prime number. Right? So we want to see that if any value is a prime number or not. And for that, we will be using a loop to see that if it's a prime. What's a prime number? Prime number is divisible by itself, right? Nothing else. So here we will say while loop, and here we are defining that we will run this loop starting from 2 because anyway 1 is divisible by everything. So we will start with 2 and we will keep on running it till the number. Let's say if I say 3, so 2 is less than 3, so it's going to run it. So this till the time this condition is going to be true, I will run this part of the code. This is what while loop will do. And you can notice here that I'm incrementing the value of I here so that my while loop will definitely at one moment exit. Right? So because I will keep on continuing the value of I in such a way that I will exit. So be careful about this. A lot of times I have noticed developers doing this mistake that they don't put the condition below and the loop kind of keep on running for infinite times. So be a little cautious there. So here we are setting this and we are checking that if the value of this means remainder is 0, then anyway it is divisible and it's not a prime number. Otherwise, now basically just keep on printing, and if it's not the case in the last, if it's not gonna happen, if it's not divisible by any other number, then it's a prime number. So that's what this code is doing. It's a very simple code to kind of identify whether any number is a prime number or not. So this is how you can define your while loop. So this consists of your for and while loop construct.